Dr. Purdy, can you give me one story of a business relationship you have that's helped people get a job and a senior citizen get a job?
Association, and through that Builders Association, we train apprenticeships. Um, I remember the last graduation that we had. There was an individual. Um, it was in the electrical program. An individual that came across the stage. He said, "I'm retired, but I wasn't ready to retire, and I've always wanted to be an electrician. And through this apprenticeship, my dream has come true." And he was in his late 60s and walking across the stage, preparing to start his second career.
Oh, that's a good story.
Impressive.
Rachel, seniors contribute more than just through paid employment. Can you speak to the economic and social value of senior volunteerism, caregiving, and civic leadership, and how we might better recognize or support these contributions?
Yes, seniors have the highest volunteer rates across America, whether that's in hospitals, is hospice assistants, in schools, at community organizations, and seniors also are caring a lot for grandchildren. Among seniors who have grandchildren under age 18, 20% of them say that they are caring for those grandchildren on a weekly basis, if not more than that. And so they're making these huge contributions, not just things that they're getting paid for, but those volunteer and caring activities as well.
When I was governor, I recruited all these people to move to Florida. And you feel sorry for some of these states because they built these businesses and they move and they take their charity dollars with them. They take their volunteer hours with them. They take all those things and they really make it, like where I live, they make a big difference.
Yep, and oftentimes when an individual is able to retire, they can still participate in that same activity, without charge. My mom is now working pro bono, serving as an advocate for children in the court systems, and so still engaged in the same thing she did before, but now able to do it on a volunteer basis.
Yeah, we've in our where I live in the high school training programs, it's a lot of seniors are in there teaching a lot of the trade now, so. Christine, do you have any intergenerational initiatives in your region where both seniors are working with young people?
I love the question. Seniors love to interact with young people. They love to interact with even babies and children. And we have tons of host agencies that have daycare initiatives and brother and sister type things. And both parties really benefit because I think there's bias on both sides. Seniors have biases about younger people have biases about seniors, but when they get to work together closely, they can skate through those biases and learn, wow, this person really has value, and it's a two-way street when they're working together in that capacity, and we love to see something like that. Yes.
Especially if they've never met somebody that's similar to that person, whatever their characteristics are.
Right. They might not be used to seeing, a 75-year-old person doing something in their community in that way. And when they see that this person, wow, they still have a lot to offer, it's a different experience.
John, do you have any stories of seniors that helped you turn something around?
Yes, I'm going to throw another word into the mix if I can. I'm going to throw the word relevancy into the mix. Because, I find when I give a senior relevancy, whether it's training relevancy, management relevancy, any type of responsibility that creates relevancy, a complete change in personality happens. That relevancy drives so much of their energy each day when they wake up. Imagine waking up in the morning and not having any relevancy to anyone. Nobody's expecting you to show up anywhere. Nobody's expecting you to do anything.
Nobody calls.
So working hard to provide that relevancy is a lot of what I do. So let's say it's a generational business and the son is taking over and the father is sort of retiring and he's sort of lost his purpose and the son has sort of lost his mentor. By creating relevancy for the father, I create engagement for the father, the learning opens up for the son, and that relevancy drives an awful lot if I focus on that one point.
Yeah. Well, on behalf of Senator Gillibrand, I think this has been, you guys have all done a good job. I mean, we all know this is really important. So, and as people age, we've got to figure out how to keep keep them with purpose and help them. There's a lot of good programs at the state level, at the local level, not-for-profits, and federal level. We've got to make sure they're properly funded. So, you have anything else?
No, thank you.
Okay, I'd like to thank everyone for being here today and participating. Look forward to continuing to work with my colleagues to ensure every American senior has the opportunity they deserve to make their retirement years the best of their lives through continued community involvement, mentorship, and lifelong education. If any senators have additional questions for the witnesses or statements to be added, their hearing record will be open until next Wednesday at 5 p.m. Thanks, everybody.